Hello, everyone. Welcome to Macro Perspective of Tourism and Hospitality. And for today, we're going to have a trip down memory lane as we look back on the humble beginnings of the hospitality industry. The concept of hospitality is as old as civilization itself. Its development from the ancient custom of breaking bread with a passing stranger to the operations of today's multifaceted hospitality conglomerates makes fascinating reading, and interesting comparisons can be made with today's hospitality management. The word hospitality comes from the word hospice, an old French word meaning to provide care or shelter for travelers. The most famous hospice is the Hospice de Beaune in Burgundy region of France, also called as the Hotel Dieu or the House of God. It was founded as charity hospitality in 1443 by Nicolas Rollin, the Chancellor of Burgundy, as a refuge for the poor. During the ancient times, about 4,500 years BCE, the Sumerians were the first to record elements of hospitality. And between 4,000 and 2,000 BCE, early civilizations in Europe, China, Egypt, and India all had some elements of hospitality offerings such as taverns and inns along the roadside. A tavern is an establishment for the sale of beer and other drinks to be consumed on the premises, and sometimes it also serves food, or sometimes tavern is also known as a bar or a pub. In Greece and in Rome about 1700 BCE, hospitality is in writings at ancient Greece and Rome. Marco Polo was an Italian merchant, explorer, and writer born in the Republic of Venice. His travels are recorded in Livre des Merveilles du Monde, or the Book of the Marvels of the World, also known as the Travels of Marco Polo in the year 1300. He stated that there were 10,000 inns as he traveled in the Far East and the best were in China. During the medieval time, Charlemagne, the Holy Roman Emperor during the year 800, established rest houses for pilgrims, with the sole purpose of protecting the pilgrims and to provide hospitality for them on their routes. In 1282, the innkeepers of Florence, Italy, incorporated a guild or an association for the purpose of the business. And in England, the stagecoach became the favored method of transportation. In the late 16th century, a type of eating place for commoners called an ordinary began to appear in England. These places were taverns serving a fixed menu meal at a long common table. Ordinary diners could not be choosy, nor did they often question what they were eating. Frequently, the main dish served was a long-cooked, highly seasoned meat and a vegetable stew. During the 16th century, two exotic imports began to influence the culinary habits of the Western Europe: coffee and tea. Travelers from Constantinople, now Istanbul, Turkey, enjoyed coffee there and brought it to Europe. In 1652, the first English coffee house opened. And in 1675, the city-state of Venice had dozens of coffee houses, including the famous Café Florian on the Piazza San Marco, still filled to capacity today. The Dutch built the first known tavern in New York, the Stad Huis in 1642. In 1643, Prager's Tavern opened also at New York, which during the American Revolution, this tavern became the revolutionary headquarters of the British General Gage. It was in Boston where the first ordinary was recorded, Cole's Ordinary in 1663. The Francis Tavern was the revolutionary headquarters of General George Washington and was the place where he made his famous farewell address. John Adams, the second president of the United States, owned and managed his own tavern between 1783 and 1789. During the French Revolution, Monsieur Boulanger, the father of modern restaurant, sold soups at his all-night tavern at Rue Bayou. He called his soup restaurantes, which is the origin of the word restaurant, meaning to restore. In 1784, Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, acquired a taste of French cuisine. He persuaded a French chef to come to the White House to lend his expertise. During the 19th century, sometime in 1856, Anton Karim published La Cuisine Classique and other volumes of detailing numerous dishes and their sauces. In 1898, the Savoy Hotel opened in London. The general manager was the renowned César Ritz, and the chef de cuisine was Auguste Escoffier. George Auguste Escoffier was one of the greatest chefs in all time. He is best known for his classic book, Le Guide Culinaire. He also installed the Brigade de Cuisine system in the kitchen. During the 20th century, Walter Anderson and Billy Ingram began the White Castle hamburger chain in 1921. And in 1959, the Four Seasons restaurant opened, which is the first elegant American restaurant that was not French in style. It is also the first restaurant to offer seasonal menu. There was a rapid revolution of hotels, motels, fast food, and coffee shops seen between the 1950s and 1960s. There is also an incredible growth in air transportation. Cross-continental flights were not only more frequent but took much less time. Many of the new jets introduced in this period helped develop tourism worldwide. In 1980s, hospitality, travel, and tourism continued to increase dramatically. Distant exotic destinations and resorts became even more accessible. At present, the hotel and accommodation and lodging industry continue to prosper. Although the accommodation and lodging industry was ultimately challenged because of the surge of COVID-19 pandemic. The food and beverage industry encompasses a lot of different establishments, including the different kinds of restaurants, bars, coffee shops, among others. Certainly, there are many job opportunities within the travel and the transportation sector because of the different modalities of transportation, whether that's by air, land, or sea. And in the entertainment and recreation sector, there's also many job opportunities, and also considering the many activities that our tourists and travelers would be needing. The meetings, incentive, conventions, and events industry is highly progressive industry. And there are many job opportunities that awaits within this unique sector. So, what lies ahead in the future of hospitality and tourism? Definitely, our industry will soon rise after this COVID-19 pandemic. So, what are you waiting for? Study now, and very soon you will be able to enjoy the perks and benefits of working in the travel and tourism and hospitality industry. If you like this content, please do like and follow this page. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much and you have a good day. Thank you.